If you're not living under the rock, then I'm sure you know about the Alan Wake 2 situation. How Alan Wake 2, which is one of the most anticipated games of this year, such a high minimum system requirement for PCs. Now, I'm not saying that Alan Wake 2 is poorly optimized, and neither I'm saying that it is Alan Wake 2's fault. Because unlike a lot of people, my opinions are a little bit different in this situation. I don't think it's Remedy's fault to make graphical improvement in their latest generation of games. And while we are talking about the current generation of video games, it's supposed to be this good looking, because I have seen Alan Wake 2 in a lot of gameplays, a lot of reviews that reviewed this game. I have seen the visuals even after YouTube's high compression. The game looks really good even at low settings, and this is not the first game that have come with this kind of high minimum system requirement. We have seen Immortals of Avium, and to a certain degree I can say Last of Us Part 1 PC version is also a little high demanding game, but it was a little poorly optimized, so that's a different topic. The problem with the industry right now is, even though we are seeing graphical improvement in games, we haven't seen any significant hardware improvement based on minimum specification space. The 10 series and the 5000 series GPUs outright don't support this game, or officially they don't support this game according to one of the developers of this game, although the tweet is right now deleted. But according to that person, this game has mesh shaders, and the 10 series from Nvidia and the 5000 series from AMD doesn't have mesh shader support. So that's the reason the minimum specification here is RTX 2060 and the Radeon RX 66000 for AMD. Now here is the thing. The 2060 is 2 generation old card. We have seen 3000 series GPUs after that, and 4000 series, the current generation right now from Nvidia. If we look at the past, how Nvidia and AMD used to launch their GPU, or how their GPU have progressed throughout the years, 900 series to 10,000 series, you would see that the 1050 Ti is much more powerful than the 950, and it performs as close as the 960, and the same with the 60 series. The 1060 performs as good as the 970, and that's what we expect from most hardwares, that a particular SKU would perform or outperform its predecessor or its previous generation, and will perform closely to its previous generation one SKU up. That means a 1050 should perform as close as to a 960. And it's not like that we aren't seeing that kind of hardware improvement throughout the last 2 generations, the 3000 series and the 4000 series. Yes, we have seen that kind of improvement, from jumping to 3080 to 4080 or 2080 to 3080. But where most of the people focus, or the industry professionals who review product and a lot of people focus on the top tier, the upper echelon of every single brand. But the people who use that upper echelon, the higher end, the cutting edge hardware, the number of that people is very low. And people with lower budget and would be able to buy lower tier hardware, that number is very high. And from Nvidia and AMD, we haven't seen any particular product that will satisfy those people. I can understand that argument that inflation will increase hardware price. Yes, it will increase hardware price. I'm not saying that give me GPU under $100. I'm talking about under 200, 250. Under 200 to 250, that space is really complicated right now. It's not like that we don't have options. We have options. Some options are really bad. Some options are previous generation. We are talking about 3050 or the 7650 XT. Those kind of GPUs, which were previous generation lower tier GPUs, or they are supposed to be. We haven't seen this generation's 4050. We haven't seen from AMD a RX 7400, a 7500. And AMD officially said that they completed the 7000 series family. 2060 should have been a similar performing graphics card for this generation's 4050. I would expect this generation's 4050 to match 2060 or 2060 super level performance. I want a 4050 to outperform 2060, but we haven't seen any 4050. And that is the reason I'm saying that Alan Wake 2's PC requirements are, well, good enough. Yes, for 1080p 30 fps low settings, you are required also to use FSR or DLSS. Like for an example, Witcher 3, it was a beautiful looking game when it came out, and the hardware requirement, if I compare it to Alan Wake 2, it won't be total justice to either of them or either of the game, but you can see the similarities. At the lower end, yes, Alan Wake 2 still requires more, but if we compare it to that time and this time, we are like seeing Alan Wake 2 as a bad game or as a poorly optimized game because we don't have hardware. The hardware is missing, and I have been saying this for a long time, and I haven't seen this to be a very widespread topic that a lot of people are talking about, that at the lower end there is literally nothing except old generation and some pretty mediocre GPUs. Yes, I know I am ranting a little bit. I am a little bit overexcited about this particular topic, but I think Alan Wake 2 is not going to be the last of this kind of game with a higher end low PC requirement. I think there's going to be more and more games where we will see that the minimum specs requirement is no more a 1660. It's going to be a 2060, and it should be, because if not, then we won't see any improvement, and the industry thrives on improvement. But yeah, that's it for this video. If you liked it, hit the like button. If you haven't, hit the dislike, and let me know in the comment section, do you guys agree with my opinion or not? And if you want to watch more videos from us, check out this video right here. And if you want to subscribe to our channel, well, do it by here. And there's Akash, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.